Want to tell us who your starting goaltender is tomorrow?
Yeah, you're an old guy from Winnipeg. You know, got to start there. He actually was a backup goaltender in the Moose days, if you can believe that. He tried to get on the ice. He thought I could resurrect a career for him. And look where he is now. No, you got a better chance of seeing the big guy. I've told you that numerous times. Rosie, you must have something.
Randy, if it does snow, it's supposed to be something like 4 to 6 inches of snow from like midnight tonight through game time. How does that change the way you approach the game on the ice?
Well, I don't think it's going to change that much as far as the people that are in place have done this before. They'll make sure that the ice surface is cleaned effectively. There's probably a contingency plan in place that if it does snow at the 10-minute mark, they might scrape. I think those are the things that the league takes care of. As far as a coach, the only thing I have to adjust is if there's a snowstorm, do we have to have a bus earlier or later? You know, that's the type of thing that I've got to worry about, and I've got to make sure that these players are prepared to play once that puck drops.
That's another layer to this game, right, Randy? The two teams tied, fighting for the playoff line. It's not just a celebration of the game anymore.
Let's not lose sight of the fact that we're in a dogfight. You know, and I'm sure both teams or both coaches have the same perspective on what their season's been like. There's been challenges that have been what we're up against, both from our standpoint with the player availability, suspensions, be it injury. Red Wings are doing the same thing, feeling their group can play to a higher level than what they've played to so far. You know, the inconsistencies of the teams and their performances.
We were at the south end zone, and there's a pretty good breeze where we were. What was it like on the ice?
I don't know if it was the south end, but the wind was definitely affecting going one way. I thought it was basically coming out of the west, but that was my perception. I didn't have the compass out there, but it was definitely, there's about a 15-mile-an-hour wind, and it definitely made a difference going one way or another. And there again, there's a contingency plan in place. If the wind is a factor, then the league will make a decision whether we switch ends for half of the third period. They've already stated that there's a plan in place. If they feel that there's an unfair advantage going one way or the other, that they'll switch ends.
Randy, what's the key for that Kadri line to maybe get themselves going a little bit?
You know, I talked about Kadri and Lupul and Mason Raymond yesterday, and I just think that the group, the sum of the group, should equal more than what I'm getting right now, and I think our hockey club needs that from them. And that statement doesn't change today. I think they're three talented players that all have the ability to provide offense, and I think it's more stop and go hockey, more simplification. I think Lupul, again, you know, we saw him when he plays at his best. He's becomes more of a power forward with his skating and going to the net. I think Kadri's the kind of guy that has to create space in the offensive zone with his trickiness, his stop up. And Mason Raymond is a guy that we know has speed, and when he's on the top of his games, he's driving the puck wide. He stops up and he hits late people, or he has the ability to lose people down low in the corners by cutting back against the grain, move pucks up high and get to the net and simplify.